It is time for my All Blacks player ratings against Ireland. A really good win for the All Blacks. 40 points to 21 against Ireland. The All Blacks pitched up. The All Blacks played with so much intensity, flair, natural talent. They kind of back their natural ability as well. You can see Dave Rennie's making some good changes. But most importantly, the players played well. So there's going to be a lot of high ratings here. So be prepared for that, All Blacks fans. There's going to be a lot of high ratings here. I am a neutral for this. Don't look at this. I'm not an All Blacks fan. I'm a neutral. So all of these ratings are done as a neutral. But before we do get into it, if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I really do appreciate all the support. I mean, we've just hit 3,000 subscribers. We're trying to go for 10,000. We've got the greatest rivalry series coming up. And after these All Blacks games, that series is going to be absolutely incredible, and I don't know who's going to win. That's the best part about it. So thank you so much for all the support, but let's get right into it. Starting off with number 1, Ethan de Groot. I've gone for a 7 out of 10. I thought he was the best front rower from the starting lineup for the All Blacks. Of course, it was quite an even battle on the front row. I wouldn't say there was too much going either way, but Ethan de Groot showed some skill today, showed some physicality, and over the last 3 games, he's been one of my standout players. He's been really good. He's been a lot more consistent than he was in prior years. And I really do like Ethan de Groot to see. He's kind of maturing his game, playing some very good rugby. But he also has the skill set to be able to do some very good things that actually fits into the All Black style of play and the kind of the theme they want to take forward with their rugby of playing with their natural ability, playing with their flair. So Ethan de Groot, 7 out of 10. Moving on to number 2, Cody Taylor. Didn't play too long today, so I've gone for a 6 out of 10. I thought he was good when he was on the field. I don't think he was excellent, but I thought he was solid when he was on the field. Most of the things really started to happen properly for the All Blacks after he left the field. Of course, a good first half. He was one of the guys that had a pretty solid first half, but I can't give him more than a 6 out of 10 because I thought there were other guys that were just so much better today. Moving on to number 3, Tyrell Lomax. I've gone for a 5 out of 10. Not because I thought he played bad. I thought he played okay when he was on the field. Went off quite early. Battled with a few injuries. I thought he was okay. I thought he was solid. He will be one of those crucial guys for the greatest rivalry series. I don't expect him to lose a starting spot, but I've gone for a 5 out of 10. Just because you'll see why later on. So moving on to number 4. I thought the locks were brilliant today for the All Blacks. Number 4, Josh Lord. I've gone for an 8 out of 10. He is one of the guys that just popped up everywhere. He was awesome. And the highlight play for me for Josh Lord has to be the entire build-up to Patrick Tuipulotu's try. The All Blacks kept playing out the back. They kept playing the ball out the back, spreading the ball out wide, beating defenders in the wide channels against Ireland. Really good individual brilliance there from the All Blacks. But when it mattered most, the crucial decision, Josh Lord looks behind him, looks like he's going out the back again. Obviously, Ireland thought, this guy's going out the back again. They've been going out the back the whole time. Sneaky tip pass to Patrick Tuipulotu, perfectly timed, perfectly placed, and I mean, what a try there for Patrick Tuipulotu. But I think the decision there from Josh Lord with ball in hand was one of those crucial decisions, and that just shows the game he had today. He was all over on the outside trams as well. He was in the trams working hard. He was a lot of ball carries, very good kind of silky hands. This guy's got really good skill set as well. So an 8 out of 10 for Josh Lord. Then for Patrick Tuipulotu, I've gone for a 7 out of 10. I don't do 0.5s anymore. I saw the comments. You guys don't want the 0.5, so a solid 7 out of 10. If I would have given a 0.5, it would have been a 7.5, but I don't do those anymore. But a 7 out of 10 for Patrick Tuipulotu. I thought he was really good today. And honestly, now asking a lot of questions of the coaches and the selectors. Do you stick with this 4 and 5 going forward? Do you play Sam Darry again? What do you do going forward? Because at number 6, Tupou Vaa'i, who normally plays lock, I've gone for an 8 out of 10. Tupou Vaa'i was absolutely brilliant today. His ball carrying ability, his physical ability, he really showed up today and showed, look, I want the number 6 jersey. I need to be in the starting lineup because he played brilliantly today. He was good at line-out time. He was all over the field. I know a lot of fans from the other teams don't like him because he gets under the other team's skin. But every single team needs a player like that. For instance, for Ireland, James Ryan. For England, Henry Pollock. For South Africa, I'm trying to think Eben Etzebeth and those guys as well. You need a player like that that doesn't care who they're playing against. They're going to try get under their skin. And Tupou Vaa'i is that guy for the All Blacks. But that's just not all he does. Today he was absolutely brilliant out wide in the tram lines. He was physical. He really imposed himself physically today. And I really enjoyed that performance from Tupou Vaa'i. I can't say I was his biggest fan a few years ago, but I do like Tupou Vaa'i now. He's a very good player, and I see why All Blacks fans rate him as highly as they do. They like him. I was speaking to my uncle. He's a borderline All Blacks fan now, but he grew up in South Africa. His group of friends there, they all love Tupou Vaa'i because he's one of those guys. He brings the physicality and he brings that kind of good mindset, that intense mindset every single time he steps onto the field. So an 8 out of 10 for Tupovai, a very good game. Moving on to number 7, Luke Jacobson. I've gone for a 7 out of 10. A yellow card that I'm happy remained a yellow card, to be honest, because I saw it in full time. Didn't look like it was a bad incident in my opinion. I know maybe Irish fans will say it was a red card. I saw a lot of the commentators watching I was watching from the UK, so the commentators there were really hoping that it was going to be a red card. As soon as I saw it, I knew that was a yellow card. Maybe a bit of a silly error to be doing in the first place, tucking your shoulder back. But that being said, he was still very good all around the park, slows the ball down, very good over the ball, very high work rate. I think Luke Jacobson might just be secure in that number 7 spot for now. I really do believe that. He was awesome in these last 3 games. He is the perfect player to play against the Springboks that just gets stuck in, does the work rate, and can have a good impact on the outcome of a game as well. With a crucial turnover, he slows the ball down as well. He might be crucial for that series. So a 7 out of 10 without the yellow card would probably be higher, but I do like what I'm seeing from Luke Jacobson. But let me know down below in the comments what you think should be the kind of loose trio, what should be the balance there from number 4 to number 8. Who should be the locks? Who should be the loose trio? Because there's a lot of questions that still need to be answered, which is why I'm so excited for those Stormers, Bulls, Sharks, and Lions game, because all of those questions can be answered, and it's going to be very fun, almost like a British and Irish Lions kind of style series, but it's going to be with the number 1 and number 2 team in the world, so that's going to be brilliant. Moving on to number 8 and the captain, Ardie Savia. I've gone for an 8 out of 10. He was everywhere today. Good work rate, good ball carrying ability, a lot of pick and goes. He's keeping the defense honest from Ireland. He is one of those guys. He has a very high IQ when it comes to the momentum of the game, and he showed it once again. So an 8 out of 10 for Ardie Savia. I thought the whole forward pack was brilliant. I will talk about some of the replacements as well later on, because I thought they made a very good impact as well. Moving on to number 9, Cam Roigard. People might not agree with this, but I thought Cam Roigard had one of his worst games for the All Blacks today. And for him having his worst game for the All Blacks still beating Ireland with nearly 20 points, just shows the potential of this team. It just shows how good Cam Roigard really is. So I've gone for a 6 out of 10 for Cam Roigard. Not his best performance. A few wayward box kicks, maybe a few wayward decisions as well. A few wayward passes early on. He did grow into the game. It got better as the game went on, but what do you expect from a guy like that? He's not going to be able to do brilliant things every single weekend, playing against a good Ireland team that definitely planned around him, knowing that Cam Roigard can do all these incredible things. So he's one of those players, and I say it's very important to have these players, and I think the All Blacks have a lot of these players, which I think is a very good characteristic to have. A very good characteristic to have is that if they have a good game, it's always going to be an 8 or a 9 or even a 10 out of 10. But when they have a bad game, it's still a 6 or a 7 out of 10. And I think for Cam Roigard, it was either a 6 or a 7 for this game. So I've gone for a 6 out of 10. Not a bad game, not his best game either, but still a solid game, even though he didn't have his best game. Number 10, Ruben Love. I've gone for a 7 out of 10. I liked what I saw today from him a little bit more. The 50-22 was on. He took it, taking a few more chances. He's a good ball carrier. I just want to see a little bit more. You can see guys like a Josh Morby, like a Quinn Tupaia, Geordie Barrett, Will Jordan, McKenzie. These guys playing with so much confidence. Cam Roigard as well. I think Ruben Love is still playing a little bit in his shell. Maybe with the Greatest Rivalry Series, with that big occasion, maybe it might come out. Maybe he might just be a bit of a better player. But I like the basics I'm seeing from him. He's a good in the number 10 jersey. Of course, right now not playing like a Richie Mo'unga, but I can see the potential there. Just need him to maybe attack the line a bit more, take it on. Even let Damian McKenzie take the first receiver role sometimes. Go out the back. Try get your hands on the ball. Try a few runs early. That's how you just get your confidence in a game. So I've gone for a 7 out of 10. Not a bad performance. A better performance. But still not where everybody knows he can be. Moving on to the wingers. Josh Morby and Will Jordan. I've gone for an 8 out of 10 for both of them. I have to talk about Josh Morby. This guy's brilliant. This guy's absolutely brilliant. He can skin any team wide open. This guy is going to be a problem for the Springboks this year, for my Springbok team, and I can just see it because my Springbok team struggle with players that know how to play against the grain, and Josh Morby seems like he's a genius when it comes to playing against the grain. He always stepping in, finding space, and we saw it last week when Scotland played against the Springboks. They got a lot of benefit. They got a lot of dividends for doing that. So a team like this with a lot of their players that can go against the grain, find gaps with their footwork, with their athletic ability, that's going to be a problem. But Josh Morby, brilliant game once again. I actually think he secured the number 11 spot because I thought Caleb Clark came on today from number 23 and played a really good role off the bench. And I kind of see that I honestly see that they might have a little Leicester Fainga Anuku moment possibly with Caleb Clark, where if there's a lot of injuries on the field, you can chuck him in the loose forwards, because he was doing pick and goes, he was running pods today, and he was looking comfortable as anything. So I like the balance right now in the All Blacks team. But of course, number 14, Will Jordan, an 8 out of 10, creating tries, scoring tries. Probably will be nominated for World Player of the Year. Right now, looks like he can win it. It's against him and Louis Beale-Barry for now. I would like to see more of the Springbok players get some more consistent game time, but Will Jordan is chasing that all-time try scorer list, and this guy's doing it fast. Brilliant game for Will Jordan. He slices teams wide open. And the thing I like from the entire backline today from the All Blacks is the kind of second layer of attack phase. You would always see Will Jordan or Josh Morby or a Damian McKenzie kind of filling in as that second layer of attack around the corner, around the back, just always creating that overlap. And they do it so well. I mean, Will Jordan playing number 14 today, assisting a try on the left wing, just shows how good he was. Of course, he was at fullback, but still, this guy has a very high work rate, a really good player, and I like the balance with him at number 14 and McKenzie at number 15. But moving on to the centres, Jordie Barrett, I've gone for an 8 out of 10. This centre combination here is becoming one of the best centre combinations in the world, and I think in a backline, if you don't have a good centre combination, you're not going to win big tournaments, you're not going to win big games. And I think the one characteristic that these two have is a very high work rate and a very high level of physicality. Yes, you can be playmakers, you can be hot steppers, you can step everybody in front of you, but if you have the basics of being physical, have the fundamentals right, and be a pure spine of the backline like a Jordie Barrett, like a Quinn Tupaia, your team will go far. So that centre combination is looking really good. That's why I've gone for an 8 out of 10 for Jordie Barrett. He was brilliant. He slowed the ball down, acting as an extra loose forward, the kind of way you expect a number 12 to be nowadays, like an extra loose forward, but like an outside back as well if you need to. Good boots as well. Very physical gameplay. Jordie Barrett, 8 out of 10. But my man of the match, number 13, Quinn Tupaia, 9 out of 10. This guy was absolutely brilliant today. Physical, playmaking, quick hands, everywhere, intensity, physicality. He was just absolutely everywhere. Quinn Tupaia is gone from, I'd say, about on my list, 8 for centres in the world now, ranked. Up there. He's up there in the top 3 for me right now. The last 3 weeks he's been brilliant. Well, the last 2 times he played through those 3 weeks. He didn't play last week. But those other games, he was absolutely brilliant today. He's a phenomenal player. I like what I'm seeing from him. He was the informed player from Super Rugby, and he's playing with the same form right now. But the crazy thing is that he just impacts the game in such little ways that makes such a big difference. And you do realize it when you look at him. The quick pass, the perfect pass to the exact perfect player, the right decision making, the right time to not play out the back, to attack the line, always beating his first defender, always getting over the advantage line, always being at the breakdown if they need an extra forward or an extra player there. Quinn Tupaia is playing some of the best rugby I've seen in a while from him, actually ever from him, and one of the best centres in the world currently. So that's why I say Jordie Barrett and Quinn Tupaia versus Damien de Allende and Jesse Creel is going to be box office for the Greatest Rivalry series. I honestly cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. So 9 out of 10 for Quinn Tupaia, my man of the match. This guy nearly got man of the match for me. Number 15, Damian McKenzie. I've gone for an 8 out of 10. I thought he was brilliant. I almost went for a 9 out of 10. If I did 0.5s, it would be an 8.5, but he was absolutely brilliant today as well. But he is one of those guys where it's a fine margin between having a good game and having a poor game, because he is one of those guys, he plays on the edge the whole time. He's always kind of either having a good game or a bad game, because he's making decisions that can really impact the game in a big way with big momentum swings. I mean, the one thing I've really been enjoying about Damian McKenzie is how he's just fearless with attacking the line. Those running lines he's doing, playing the ball out wide, really dummying the last defender there, getting the offload done. He is a threat out wide right now. He is not a fly half. He is a fullback. And him, Will Jordan and Josh Morby, that's almost like 3 fullbacks in the back 3. They're all playing some brilliant rugby right now, looking really good, all moving from position to position, moving to first receiver as well. Damian McKenzie, an 8 out of 10, a brilliant performance. Now moving on to the bench, I'm doing the bench as a whole unit, not just as players, but I will talk specifically Asafo Amua. Brilliant when he came on, added a lot of work rates, added a lot of physical ability, added a lot of intensity. Xavier Numia, this guy's going to be a problem. This guy destroyed Josh van der Vliet today. I saw that carry. Let me know down below in the comments if you saw that carry as well. I just saw a red scrum cap from Ireland go rolling around twice. Xavier Numia is a problem. This guy is huge, and this guy's coming to play this year. He will be a 50 cap All Black one day if he carries on playing like this. He was brilliant. And of course, Fletcher Neal as well, a really good player that just adds a lot of experience, and he's a very solid and skillful player as well from the bench. I thought Anton Segner as well when he came on was good. Cortez Ratama was a lot better today when he came on. Obviously the platform was set from the starters as well. Caleb Clark was really good when he came on. Saw a lot of Caleb Clark. I like him in the number 23 jersey. So overall, Anton Leonard Brown as well. I've gone for an 8 out of 10 for the replacements. They added that intensity. There wasn't even a drop off in intensity. There was a period where Ireland was starting to look like they were going to crawl back. The replacements came on and shut the door completely shut. No way back in for Ireland, and you have to give credit to the replacement. So an 8 out of 10 there. Some brilliant performances here from the All Blacks. So let me know which players you agree with. Let me know who is your man of the match, and if you do enjoy the content, please hit the subscribe button and stick around. Thank you so much for all the support. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.